You're watching Cartell TV and I'm Amelia. Now before we do anything, make sure that you subscribe to our channel. Off you go. Okay, now that you've subscribed to our channel, there are two significantly different versions of the Hyundai i30N on sale.
One being the i30 hatch and the other the i30 sedan.
Sounds like the same car with just a different body, right? Wrong. You see, the i30 sedan is a new generation of the car previously known to us Aussies as the Elantra, and still known as the Elantra in most other parts of the world. So it's basically a completely new version of the Elantra, but named after the model that's had a facelift at the same time. What a way to make a confusion.
However, the main point you should keep in mind is that the current i30 hatch and i30 sedan are not the same cars.
I repeat, not the same cars.
Also, if you're looking for a compact car, they should both be on your shortlist.
Still needing some clarification? Okay, let's put it this way. The i30 hatch is just a facelift, while the i30 sedan is a completely new model. And it shows.
At first sight, you will notice that it all looks a lot different. The front is far more aggressive than even the modernised i30 hatch facelift.
The grille is similar but moved a step closer and further integrated with the headlight.
The whole front looks much lower, and the lip spoiler is very thin, though more protruding on the sides for a more aggressive look.
It looks like they deliberately minimised the front side air vents to make the grille and headlights look more prominent. And I have to say, it looks kind of awesome.
The fact that the car looks lower is not just a design thing. It is in fact lower and wider.
This fastback side roofline gives a very stylish look, and the way it's integrated with the rear is just perfect.
The side also sports sharper lines and creases, and the specially designed 17-inch wheels complement them.
The rear is nice and aggressive and futuristic, like 2025 at the earliest.
It looks better than the rear of almost any other in the industry. We saw the N-Line model the other day, and I have to say that even the Elite trim, the rear does not disappoint one bit.
The i30 sedan is really very nice. If this is an example of what we can expect from the hatch in the future, then I must say I'm really looking forward to it. In terms of the engine, we get similar ones to the options in the i30 hatch, but not the same.
These include a 2-litre naturally aspirated engine, but not the one from the hatch. This one is multi-point injection version with a slightly lower output of 117 kilowatts and 191 newton meters of torque from 4,500 revs. It is paired with a 6-speed automatic. Another option is a 1.6 turbo petrol that will power the sportier N-Line models, producing 150 kilowatts and 265 newton meters of torque. Just like the hatch, enjoying all the torques from 1,500 to 4,500 revs. Wonderful. There are 2 gearbox options for this one, including a 6-speed manual for those with busy hands and a 7-speed dual clutch.
So the engine in this car is a 2-litre one, and it's obviously aimed at giving sufficient push rather than a fun one. It's just kind of what it does.
Power delivery is smooth, though never really massive, and if you want to use all the twisting force, you really do need to rev it up well past 3,000 RPMs.
If you want performance, this is not the engine for you. However, if you want peaceful cruising with sufficiently confident acceleration to legal speed limits, you're gonna love it.
Expectedly, we get a special suspension tune, and once again, it does make the sedan less jerky on bad roads, though such tunes can only go so far.
I mean, after a certain point, it's not even the car's fault. We just need better roads.
Steering is also very nice and precise, though the turbo engine would give us much more chance to give it a proper driving test. The new chassis also seems to give more control in curves with less body roll and more confidence.
Now, I have to say that I really like the gearbox. Not because it's fast or sporty, or because it reads my mind when it comes to the shift points. The thing that I like about it is that I don't even notice it.
The fact that the sporty N-Line gets a dual clutch sounds like a perfect fit. You'll really enjoy it with that engine.
But this engine just wants a sedate, peril-free drive, and this gearbox is the perfect match.
Surprising when it comes to the interior, this compact i30 sedan actually follows a similar route to some of its more premium siblings from completely different segments. Horizontal lines along the dashboard are reminiscent of the luxurious GV80, while the central console is a smaller version of the idea from the Sonata.
The rather unusual steering wheel is present here, and I must say it looks okay. What I also want to say is that the i30 sedan adds some extra bits usually found in more expensive models.
There are 2 10.25-inch screens in this car, one for the instrument cluster and another one for the infotainment, the latter coming with wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, as well as wireless charging.
The seats are pretty comfortable and supportive, far more supportive than this particular engine would require. I mean, I haven't had a chance to go on a road trip in this car yet, but I reckon if I did, I wouldn't need a gyro adjustment at the end.
This interior also comes with a number of comfort and driving features such as smart key push button start, heated seats, 2-position memory from the driver's seat, dual zone climate, and a great Bose audio system that starts on the Elite trim.
Storage spaces are also quite nice. Aside from the already mentioned tray for wireless charging, you get a glove box, these large cup holders, and these door pockets, although these are actually smaller than the ones in the hatch. And I do quite like this sneaky little pocket here. It is perfect for your smartphone.
Rear seats give some pretty nice room actually. Of course, taking into consideration this is a compact vehicle. Legroom is excellent, probably the biggest upgrade compared to the hatch. Headroom is decent, though not as ample.
3 people can fit, but 2 will be much happier. Back passengers get these air conditioning vents, which is always nice for a smaller car, an armrest with these cup holders, and I need to give a little shout out to the fabric that they've used on the rear seats. It's almost like Hyundai is really looking after their backseat passengers as well.
The lovely rear design hides the boot, which has a volume of 474 litres of space.
That's really quite nice for a compact car, and I have to give them credit. They've really tried to make it as wide as possible, especially here at the top.
That being said, it is really not wide enough and the load lip is significant.
Now look, while I'm generally for practicality over form, I'm actually going to give it a pass because
A, if you want to pack loads of stuff, get something that's not a compact fastback. And B, rears look so terrible on most cars nowadays that I'll actually say I would prefer to keep this sleek look here.
In terms of safety, the i30 Sedan gives us all of the standard favourites, as well as some bonus kickers for the segment.
Just some of the features include forward collision assist, smart cruise control, lane keep assist, lane follow assist, rear parking sensors, rear view monitor, blind spot collision avoidance, parking collision avoidance, rain sensory, and more.
The i30 Sedan is a noticeable improvement on the Elantra, and it does give us some good inklings for what we can expect for Hyundai to improve upon on the i30 hatch.
Pricing for the new i30 Sedan starts at just under $25,000 for a manual 2-litre active. This 2-litre Elite will cost you $37,790, and the top trim N-Line Premium with a 1.6 turbo and a 7-speed DCT will cost you just over $37,000. The styling is awesome. Powertrain options are distinctively different and give more of a range for different buyers. Interior is modernised and packed with better tech.
You know what? Rather than being just a cool car in its own right, well, okay, the turbo one would have been the cool one, but this new i30 Sedan actually gives us a glimpse into the future of Hyundai. If an affordable compact sedan is at this level, then I can't wait to see what's ahead for the other models and for the company as well. And I cannot wait to get my hands on a review for the hatch, possibly the one with the turbo. Thanks for watching CarTell TV. We're really impressed with what Hyundai has done to this car, but we're curious to know, which would you prefer, the hatch or the sedan? Let us know in the comments below.